180. So don't say nothing. Kill.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch the safety creep.
A toss play to Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 74 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120. You can't block me.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jannard Avery came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer.
And look at this. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check safety.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Following the penalty, Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
We got 4.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a first and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At the Browns' 32-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go counter with Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. On the toss play, Howard. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And this Browns defense stands tall. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Regular. 4th down, even.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 60 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Olivier Vernon brings him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the main. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. I don't wanna be. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. End zone. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And now running right through it. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Easy.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Black 22. Check. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
Wait. Check. Mike, Bobo. Too little, cut.
Now Winston on fourth down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So the false start will back them up 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set, 180. All day, pump. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Watch out.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Set, 180.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14,
Joseph now to kick this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 75 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set. 180. Hey, we're 33. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Real. Watch out.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle he finds Godwin complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Play action now. Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Ellington. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. 6-man. 5-0.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Winston, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 61 yards, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Blue lady. 44, come on. Switch up. Easy. Green, 17.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's back to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds Howard complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the red zone now, Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. One last shot now for Winston. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
180! 54! Line 54! Here we go, here we go! Run.
Mayfield off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Here I come. Switch.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Regular. 13. Check 13.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.